Welcome back, hunters! I'm the Survivalist, and we return to the Hunter Call of the Wild, where we're still on Hirschfelden, though the surroundings have changed a fair bit with coming up to the Rotwald region way up here. So we're going to be going after, try to get at least a bronze-scoring red deer, probably going to be very easy to get. We're going to take a walk through this area, see what it's just like in general, because like on Hirschfelden, I'll actually threw on a lot of the maps in the Hunter Call of the Wild, as I haven't really expanded it and seen across the whole of them in, like, quite a few. So coming up to Rotwald here should be a bit interesting experience. My guess is we'll probably be coming across red deer. I'm thinking this is also an area we may come across a lot of bison, too. Because this reminds me of, like, the areas in Königsberg over here where we found a lot of their herds. And it's also down in whatever this region is. It is weird how certain areas you do get the names and others not at all. But it does seem like the area where we'll probably stumble across or might find more bison active too. But we'll just see about like some highlands hunting, since it does feel like this is more like mountainous area. Take what we can, and I'll probably check at the end of this weekend how we're doing for like comparison, like how long we've been on Hirschfelden to how long we were on Leighton Lakes, and see maybe about moving on to another reserve up ahead soon. Because we have been... Leighton Lakes, I feel like it was around, I want to say like 16 to 18 episodes total. I can't really remember for sure. I know I had said I wanted to focus more on doing like the story missions and such through there. But I also do feel like we also want to have just our own time and fun free hunting if we can. So they're like, we'll go through some objectives, but it doesn't mean we'll like work through fully to complete a full map. I think if we were to spend time trying to do that, we would have very, very long series to go through and do. But it looks like this might be bison tracks. Nope, red deer. The only issue is I don't know how long ago they were left. If I could find something like some droppings to at least give me an idea of like, how long it's been since these were left behind. Oh, actually, I might get lucky. It looks like these might be that right there. Okay, how old does it say these are? Fresh. Okay, that was just in the area then. Let's get the red deer caller out and see if we can get a reply then. Okay, there are some red deer there. Oh. Looks like it might be a group of hinds. It could be possible that stag that left the tracks is in there too. Right now, I can't really tell the full sizing of this group. And there was a recent update that came out for the game that I think it added like a new scope DLC or optics DLC, so if you want or could use stuff like that, that's a thing now. But it also updated, I think it was the e-collar. Oh, that... I want to have to be careful, because I'm not going to use any more calls, because that's probably going to bring in a lot of attention, and we're trying to just scope out what ones are possibly in here. Just want to see if maybe I can sneak to... Okay, that's another hind. Another hind.
Wow, that's a great one for Albertina.
Okay, I just need to make sure... Yeah, that's a 6, so this is what we need to use for it. The only issue is I can't spot it right now. I'm going to just try sneaking to here. And then maybe this will give me enough cover that I can... Yeah, I should be able to crouch. Where'd it go? Like, I know I heard all the others run off, but I didn't hear him go running off. Is this another case of, like, it despawned as we were looking at it? Oh, no, maybe not. No, that's... That is weird. Like, I swear that's another case of the animals, like, just vanished before our eyes. Oh, or maybe not. Okay, no, I think what he did is he did a loop around back behind where we were. And the arrows for this, yeah, they do go above what I want, so we want to use the 420 for sure. Like, I thought he vanished like the other time we were, what was it, like a group of fallow deer? It was just last week. No, it wasn't last weekend, it was the weekend before where we had our encounter with the mythical one we took down. Okay, that should be a lung shot. Am I going to push further? Oh, I might be able to get him too. Yeah, because I swear there was... Okay, he's actually at the perfect distance for... That should be another one. Yeah, he's going down as well. So that's actually a fine pair of red deer to start us off for the weekend. Coming up here, I doubt we'll get as lucky as finding like a mythical one. But with our first two red deer both being difficulties of like 5 and 6, that's a nice way to begin us off. But yeah, there was the fallow deer from that weekend with the mythical one where they just like seem to vanish before our eyes, quite literally. I don't know if like a time of day thing happened, they reset their spawns or whatever, but I have video evidence that they just like vanished on us. It wasn't a case of we took our eyes off and they ran away. They literally ceased to exist. At least here, we should be able to follow up on these pretty well. And get both of them. Because yeah, they should both be lung shots. I think trying to go for the heart with the distances, unless like I'm super close and I'm using like the highest... Yeah, there we go. Highest strength arrow. I don't feel like I'd have the penetration to really make sure I'd be able to get that heart. Oh, one right after the other. Get the heart hits I needed down them instantly. Or as close instantly as I could. So let's see what we got. Just a silver. Oh, actually, if I placed the shot correctly, yeah, I probably could have gotten a heart shot because it did penetrate a fair ways through. But you're just a silver, so we'll take that. That completes that mission as well.
You got it. Albertina will be ecstatic.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to just see what this asks for us next. Okay, let's see mission log. We've got, right, go down to Ernst. Okay, Ernstdorf is probably the area to the southwest, and Bondorf Canyon to find deer crap. Okay, some interesting little ones. And what about you? Actually, you might even... I feel like you might be just a silver... Or actually, you might be a bronze. I didn't realize how asymmetrical your antler configuration was. Because, yeah, it's completely different on the left side than the right. Almost reminds you of like a crab how you have like the big one claw and then the little tiny dinky one. So you were a little shy of being a gold, but we'll still take that. Okay. We do have a destination they want us to head off to. But I think what I'll do is maybe for the rest of this episode, we'll keep walking around in this area here, see what else we can come across. And the next episode, we'll go on our way up north to that canyon there. Like trying for the plains. I mean, I've gone through or gone after quite a few plains bison.
I just got off the phone with Albertina, and you could really hear the excitement in her voice for the deer you harvested. She wanted me to ask you for another favor, as she's currently away at her taxidermist's. It turns out she's helping Dr. Bandari with some information gathering on the red deer population. They're looking at how they are affected by the recent bison introduction into the reserve. Could you head past Bondorf Canyon and track down some red deer droppings? Those samples would help establish their movement patterns in the area.
Yeah, something we can easily do. So again, it seems like there's a little delay before you get the little prompt for like what your next mission will be along a chain. But we'll work our way to the trail that we came from and keep following it through the area. It's actually, the wind is actually being very nice for us today. Blowing straight south, and I think most of our movements are going to be taking us, up north. But yeah, I was thinking we do have the other main mission to go after the plains bison. Now, because it does want us to get specific members of, like, possibly sick ones, I might actually want to take a rifle that has Class 9 qualification on it for, like, ammo. Ooh. Oh, hit. Okay, this is... Oh, this is actually back this way. Maybe they're going back to the watering hole? Or like that little pond or that we found up here? Yeah, that was another stag calling out. Alright, the distance we were away from it, I'm not entirely sure how far or how off it is. Okay, got a pretty quick reply there, and okay, it looks like it must be on the other side of that hill there. So I'll just, you know what, actually I've got some great cover. These pine trees I think are some of the best cover you can actually find in the game. As they do register for you as, completely concealing you. And I saw him running, there he is. God, this area has some great red deer scoring numbers. Like, this is another 5 here. And it's probably just going to be another, Okay, should hope... Yeah, that looks like it's another lung shot, so he'll be down just a moment. My biggest worry was, as you can look in the bottom right, he's almost right on the line of where the wind was blowing for direction. And I think that's why he gave the warning call, is he just picked up our scent. He just ran a little bit this way, so my guess is we'll find him just down in a moment. Oh, right over there. Now, one thing I do kind of wonder is, like, with this zeroing skill, what happens if I were to try using a, 3-pin sight for like a compound bow? Does changing the 0 also mean those pins change up what distances they're going to be too? Or should I just keep like at a set default of if I do try a compound bow for some episodes ahead, I should stick to just keeping the 0 set at like the medium distance, then the other two are like steady where they'll be. It's like we've seen when it does come to using this. And like if I set to 20 and I do that, that brings it much closer. I do that, sends it off, that sends it out further. I think that's the... One of the downsides about having the zeroing skill for the weapons, or well, for your active skill in the Hunter Call of the Wild, is you've got to really remember what you've got it left set on. Otherwise, you can definitely be making some pretty poor shots, even if you had lined up correctly, but your zeroing was incorrect. That is one thing I do admit I kind of liked how Wave the Hunter handled, where it would kind of give you that little indication, sort of like how the electronic sight does for the bow we use here. Oh, apparently I might not have even gotten the red deer that left those tracks. It was a completely different group. Well, like when we have played Wave the Hunter, there was that little like golden hit indicator that you could line up, and that would be more where it's actually telling you your shot would go to for aiming. I'm pretty sure it was something you could disable or enable, but I did like that to at least help you kind of get an idea of where is your shot actually going to go as much as you line up the reticle and everything properly. I do plan to return to Way of the Hunter for that last DLC that's been put out. Well, actually, I guess last two, because I do want to pick up the archery pack and see what it all has on offer. Because I am kind of curious. I think it was on Tikamoon Plains, the Africa map DLC. We tried using the compound bow, and actually found it was kind of easier to read the sighting and everything using no sight on it, actually. Just using, I mean, it's not... I'm not really sure if I could call it iron sight, since it's just like looking down the arrow shaft for it, but with the new archery DLC that released, they also have a takedown recurve bow in there. So I'm kind of curious to see like how that would work for trying to sight and use. But yeah, I'm not sure if I should tackle that after Hirschfelden or if I should do that after another map. Maybe I'll see what comments come in from any of the videos going forward. Like, I do think the channel has started to stagnate a little bit. That's why I'm probably going to shake things up with trying to get Call of the Wild the Angler finished probably this weekend. I think I'm just going to try to knock out the last silver rank challenges we've got on that, and then just calling it quits for that. I don't think I'll actually go to the next DLC for Call of the Wild the Angler, or the other one we skipped. At least not yet. I feel like I need something more to change up the channel, and I do want to get Abiotic Factor to a point where that's kind of done, current content's been caught up, and we're just through the hydro plant. It's probably been the roughest section of the game for myself. I think it comes down mostly to just a little bit of under-preparation on my part that I should have kept better equipped with, like, armor, gear, and such. I think also, too, a little bit of a wariness because I was so underprepared. I felt like I was always at risk of possibly getting killed and losing a lot of progress in equipment. More red deer tracks. Seems like this is another group going about. I think I'll do is I'll just keep to the trail and we'll keep going along there for a while. We did get 3 animals pretty quickly in this episode, so I'm kind of worried that's going to be all of our action was in the first bit. We might not have anything else go on, but we'll just have to keep about and see if we hear anything or see anything. Probably going to be leaning to if we hear anything, because it is pretty dense up in the woods here. But yeah, Abiotic Factor is one that I know. I full admit that I've had a fair hand in making it rougher than it should be for an experience, but I don't think we've got much more left of that before it's fully done. It might just be some materials to find, a little bit check out, and then we'll be complete there. And then, yeah, that's 2 new series slots to try to figure something out with. Oh, and then Carnmore's Fallen Kings will also likely be wrapping up with that last map checkout too. So I've got a lot of slots opening up. I just got to figure out what I'm going to put into them. I'm not really sure what I want to start putting on or sliding into the channel. It was like, I know with the news that Monster Hunter Wilds is releasing come February of next year, I do kind of feel like I might want to start doing some more Monster Hunter and prep for it. The only issue with that, though, I do have to look up how I'm going to exactly manage to play the game at all, since it is pretty beefy on what it's asking for system specs. My guess is I'll probably have to be looking into that NVIDIA GeForce Now to probably compensate or offset the tech gap, because I think it's going close to 10 years now, and even when I picked it up, the PC wasn't with the, highest end stuff in it. It's definitely held up really well for what it's had, but age has taken its toll, so... Okay, I thought I heard something else step closer than that. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything, though, so maybe we'll just keep going on the trail. Now, yeah, my PC, its age is showing the components aren't exactly keeping up, and it's getting pretty expensive to get new hardware, because I basically need to build from the ground up on a new computer. So, as a way to, offset that, and it's actually kind of an interesting idea, and might... it's hard to say if it's better in the long run or not, but what GeForce Now is basically... I'm not sure if I'd call it, cloud gaming. It's basically a case of you own the copy of the game, but you are paying a service to rent out, basically, a streaming service to some better hardware that can run things better, and play it through that. Yeah, I'm not sure the old ins and outs, and I don't know if it will have full compatibility with a new release game or not. I know some game... It's tried to expand what it can do and can't. Or, well, not expand what it can't do. Expand what it can do, so that way there's not too much that it can't. But I don't know if, it'll take some time before it would be able to handle something like Wilds or not. I'll look into it more the closer we get to February, but I do feel like I want to get more Monster Hunter on the channel. Oh. Well, this is... Okay, we've got a roe deer there, but I also had seen... Yeah, we got a couple of roes over there, too. Now, with them being out in the open, I don't think I can actually get them... Or get the buck that's in there. Yeah, they're only class 3, and I'm pretty sure the rifle... Oh, no, I do have the option. We do have to just reload it, but we can do that while we're working our way closer. Oh, and he stood up. Yeah, see, this is a perfect area for some hunting. Well, I shouldn't say all kinds of hunting. Truth be told, if I was trying to bow hunt, we'd probably have a little bit of an issue with how open visibility for everything in the area, but... trying a distance shot, this should work out pretty well for us. Okay, with these round types we're using, I will have to try to ease my way to a bit closer ranging for it. So I can't tell exactly how far out that roebuck is. No, don't go behind her butt. No, stop grazing the... Just... Shoot. I'm probably going to have to go for the furthest shot there, the 100 zeroing. And if I go fully... No, the grass is going to block my sight, or my line of sight. Shoot, that wasn't a good hit. He's not losing health very quickly at all. I might have aimed too low. I'll have to catch up and see, but... Yeah, that did not go well. Truth be told, I probably could have even just, crouched and gotten really close. wasn't that high of a scoring roe deer, so I don't think they would have been that alert to me, or like that aware of their surroundings. I thought I'd try going for the muzzle loader, and I think that really bit me in the butt there. I'm just going to try to stay slow, well, not exactly careful movement, but maybe less swift and sudden movements, that way I don't scare them too much further off. Because this is a feed zone, so they may come back. It is pretty early, so they might have a fair chance they'll be drawn back in here. I'll have to see where registers that shot did hit on them. Because the fact that he wasn't down instantly kind of let me have a worrying feeling in my gut that I was probably not going to take him down. And the fact that it is nice that if you do have the animal spotted in the top right, you can see if the health is dropping rapidly or not, to be able to go from there and know how steady of a hit that was. So unfortunately, yeah, I don't know where exactly that hit on him, so I'll have to follow that up and hopefully try to find him without too much trouble. Now, it is the case, too, I don't know if I should pursue too heavily, or I should just try to find a spot where I, like, wait around and see if I can spot them coming back in. Because it's often been the case where I try to follow up with, like, the blood trail and that, only to basically have the animals be coming right back towards us, and I accidentally spook them further out. So I don't know where I should try setting up or just, like, watching for them. Because I also don't know what direction they fully went off to either. Going from the the track so far, it does seem like they went straight for that hill and over it. Yeah, see, that's staying very low, and I'm not liking that all that much. Oh, hang on a moment. The 420 is actually class 2 and higher. I thought... Oh. Alright, that's actually neat to know. It explains why I had so much trouble when I was trying to go after the foxes with the, only the 300 grain arrowhead now, too. So the 420 is basically good for... Okay, thought I heard something quite loud there, but I don't know if it was just my hand against my headphone or something else. But yeah, with the 420 grain is actually ethical for class 2s. That explains why I was having such trouble with the foxes. It is literally meant just for, I think, rabbits or birds, 300. Yeah, you know what? With how it looks like that just goes straight downhill, I think I'm just going to come up here and just wait around and see if possibly they return. Because, like, there is a bit of hunting pressure here, but I don't know if that pressure would keep them away from this spot, or it's an indication like he's gone down from the hit. I'm not super sure. You know what? I think because we do have one of these little pine saplings that just make for fantastic cover, I might sit in there a moment or two and just wait and see if anything does come out with another minute or so. I've always rushed and screwed myself over trying to follow up with tracking and such. So maybe this is the one time I'm actually going to learn and have some patience and see how it goes. Because it is possible they did get spooked a bit further because I didn't stay still after that initial shot. But we'll just have to wait and see. And maybe try some calls, too. Okay, so I have to be crouching to have the full visibility reduction here. But again, these pine saplings like this are honestly your best natural cover to find if you do have all your stuff set. But we'll give this a little bit of time and see. I'm thinking maybe just a few minutes more. If anything is going to come back, we hopefully will see it in that time, and if not, then I at least know where the trail is and we can pursue down it. I don't know if the hunting pressure is every time your shot hits an animal, it applies it on the map, or it's only if the animal's been killed that it gets applied. Because I think... See, I thought it used to be the brighter it is, the more heavily the effect is in place. But it looks like there's... I mean, that's faded a little bit from there. There was a little bit there, but I guess that's faded too. Trying to think of... Oh yeah, there's been a little bit left in Petershane, or Petershane, or whatever you want to call it. Well, the pressure is basically just so that way you're not hunting the same spot over and over and over and over and over and over again with seeing like steady results all the time. Is try to, I guess, encourage you to go across more of the map and explore. Yeah, I'll give it another minute. Just wait and see if we can spot anything coming back over the hills or hear any sounds back. I'll try to remember going forward that the 420 grain arrow is just good for so much in the middle. I mean, it is really only the extremes I can't handle, like, it goes all the way up to 7, 8, and 9 are the ones we need 600 for, and it's a little interesting. It does have the overlap of like 1 and 2, and then like here again, 7 and that there, so... You know what? I am going to start seeing about working down on this. Like, I'm going to stay crouched and go slow, just possibly to help offset shooting myself in the foot more than likely if I am going back along this way. But with it also being a roe deer, it might be feasible that it did go down from the shot itself too. I was like, it's not exactly like, say, this is a bison that's taking a hit and is just running off. Okay, now that's its way coming up here for the feed zone. Oh, I've got a little bit of help with the rain right now. I've got to remember with the muzzle loader, though. It's best used only more than likely for the other shot type. Like, because it is, I think, a ball for... Actually, let me check and see if I can... Yeah, see, the Manet actually at least looks like a... Yeah, just the ball is probably why the accuracy was also a little off on that shot. Now we'll see. If this blood trail, or this spot of blood says like 50 to 75, then I think it is likely that it did go down from that initial shot. No, it's still saying that. But I haven't heard any other calls going out either, so it might be the case that I have chased them completely away from this need zone they use. Now, I almost thought I just heard... I'll see if I can get some better cover. I'm kind of actually surprised we're not getting any cover bonus for being in stuff like this. Yeah, I thought this would apply cover bonus for being down, like, right beside the trunk here. Because I thought I've been hearing a few small footsteps here and there. I don't know, though, if I'm just imagining it, or it's the rain I'm hearing. But just in case... Okay, now for whatever weird reason we have cover here. Okay, we do have... Oh! Okay, so we do have one row back. But I don't know if she is the only one. Okay, I actually have full hidden visibility here, too. Yeah, I don't know which one she is, because there were two females. There's the one that we saw way off from the buck, and there's the one right with him. And yeah, she's saying she is nervous, so... I just want to wait till maybe she's calmed down, and then we'll... try moving up the hill a little... Oh! Okay, well, she's nervous, so I don't think she'll come in from a call. I just want to see what I can possibly pull in, because I don't know if it's the case of this is one we saw further back, and then the one we're hearing could be the one that was with the buck. Oh, okay, there's the other one that called. Yeah, but I'm not seeing anybody else with her. Yeah, it's going to be the one fleeing off. Not too worried about that, so you know what? I think I will look at trying to pursue down along the trail the other row went. Like, not this female that we spooked off with this one. Because I feel like with how much time has passed, I know we haven't exactly had the signs from, like, the blood trail that it's dropped yet, but I feel like enough time's passed with it that it may have. And the fact that we saw one back around here makes me think that maybe the other two, even if this buck didn't drop, it might not be coming back to this area. It makes sense not to, with this being where it got hurt. I'm hoping to see a drop in health soon. Because that would at least give me some idea of knowing possible distance out. There we go, there's drop. So yeah, my thinking is it might have... It may have passed from that shot. Or just decided it didn't want to come back around this way, because, yeah, it's still walking off this way fairly well. Yeah, at least one thing about the channel and how I do the videos is you get the full experience of both highs and lows. So if there's anything that you think might have gotten skipped over by somebody else, you won't get that here. Now this is a run. I'm kind of confused where it turned back into a run, because I don't know if it like would have picked me up from coming down here to try finding it or not. Yeah, that says very old, and with how long I was sitting around, I feel like it should have moved out of the area, especially if it was in a trot. Okay, there we go. 25 to 50 though, so yeah, it's probably going to be a while still, but it's likely dropped. Then came over this way. Yeah, I went into some pretty rough terrain for... I guess maybe the thinking was try to lose whatever might be on your tail, go into areas that's harder for anything to get through. But we'll try to harvest this one, bring the episode to a close, and I'll fast travel us up to that canyon area. So we can just do a little bit of free hunting, as well as look for any red deer droppings we can. Come on, say like 0 to 25. Not quite yet, but... Okay, well, at least that gives me an idea of there's something else in the area. Well, I'm kind of surprised it has picked... I guess I am kind of visible up on the mountain here. And I've been making a lot of noise with just walking. I guess I should say walking through the bush more so. Yeah, it still says 25 to 50. I'm not going to try for that fox, but I... No. No, and actually, it's right beside something tucked down there, too. Depending on where the roe deer has gone down, maybe we actually will try to go for that and just get that marked off the map. But I am surprised for it to have been like a muzzleloader shot that connected. How far distance that this has been able to still get? I must have really, really misplaced that shot. Okay, yeah, that, I guess... Oh, there we go. So, yeah, that's 0.25, so it should be down. And, ironically enough, it's actually bringing us close to where I wanted to go anyway. Or if the foxes were having a little bit of food off of it. That's one thing that you don't really see too often in hunting games, is them having, like, interactions between the species you can hunt. That's one thing I actually have to give to, prehistoric hunt. It's like a really neat idea that I think is the first of its kind as a hunting game to really implement, is that the species do go after one another. Yes, you know what, let's just build this, since I did talk about it. It's a little extra experience, another spot on the map opened up. And God, he got, yeah, I can see the full distance away he was able to go here. But he shouldn't be too much further. No. Oh, just another roe deer call, but again, won't worry too much about it. Oh, come on, bud, where'd you go down? And this says very old still. God, yeah, it's a good thing I didn't wait around too long, because I would have never gotten anything further from him. Oh, there he is. Okay, let's see how badly that shot landed. I don't know if I just, like, nicked a leg or something, or how that went. No, but I did at least lead us to, like, a really nice view over here. Yeah, so where does it say this shot actually hit on you? Okay, I actually shot way too low. I need to place the shot much higher up. Does explain why he got so much distance on him. Oh, and he would have been a gold if it wasn't for the harvest check failing. Well, we at least managed to find him and recover him. So at least there's that. But yeah, led us to quite a vista to look out from. I might actually look at ending the episode with a view like this, because, I mean... Damn, that is gorgeous. Yeah, we will end today's episode for the Hunter Call of the Wild right here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you do have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.